Peace to you. What's going on, beautiful people? It's a beautiful day. Today is the Master Key System, Part 10. So if you have not seen the other videos, go ahead and go look at those. I'll put some links in the description. Don't forget to use the timestamps below if you're coming back and you're just trying to go to the application to see how to go about this application this week. But other than that, if you don't know, my name is SeaJay. Hello, nice to meet you. This is a series of just different chapters within this book. This book will help guide us toward our purpose here in life, peace, happiness from within, inner wisdom, inner guidance, and just how to obtain the things you desire in this life. So if you're interested, stay tuned and enjoy the ride. So first, I'm just going to go through the introduction, and then there's a few points in this one I want to go through. I'm mostly just going to show you guys the whole chapter. I'll just record it for you. You can just read it if you want, but I'm just going to go through some notes that I took when I read this chapter. And yeah, so introduction. If you get a thorough understanding or the thought contained in Part 10, you will have learned that nothing happens without a definite cause. You will be enabled to formulate your plans in accordance with exact knowledge. You will know how to control any situation by bringing adequate causes into play. You will win as you will. You will know exactly why. The ordinary man or woman who has no definite knowledge of cause and effect is governed by his or her feelings or emotions. He or she thinks chiefly to justify his or her actions. If he or she fails as a businessman or woman, he or she says that luck is against them. If he or she dislikes music, he or she says that music is an expensive luxury. If he or she is a poor office man or woman, he or she says that he or she could succeed better at some outdoor work. If he or she lacks friends, they say their individuality is too fine to be appreciated. He or she never thinks their problem through to the end. In short, he or she does not know that every effect is the result of a certain definite cause. But he or she seeks to console themselves with explanations and excuses. He or she thinks only in self-defense. On the contrary, the man or woman who understands that there is no effect without an adequate cause thinks impersonally. He or she gets down to bedrock facts regardless of consequences. He or she is free to follow the trail of truth wherever it may lead. He or she sees the issue clear to the end, and he or she meets the requirements fully and fairly, and the result is that the world gives him or her all that it has to give, in friendship, honor, love, and approval. So from this introduction, what I get is really self-knowledge, getting to know yourself. People who may not fully get to know deeply who they are, it allows for their feelings and emotions to control them. And they're easily susceptible to pointing the finger, blaming, and making excuses as to why they are where they are. I feel like whenever you come into an understanding with who you are, just yourself, and you see how every outcome in your life is a result of your actions, mentally, physically, emotionally, and intentionally, whenever you find that inner standing, I feel like you will start to become unafraid or unthreatened by your truth. You'll take responsibility and more deeply and accurately identify the causes to your effects. When you get to know yourself and you become less serious with yourself in this life, I feel like you're able to more accurately figure out the reason behind the outcomes in your life. You'll realize that every outcome in your life is an effect from your thoughts or your emotions or your perception of a certain situation or your perspective on something that went on in your life, and now you have a reaction that resulted in a particular outcome. Before I dive into part 10, I'm just going to read to you some things that I wrote down while I read this chapter, because I didn't highlight that many things. So I'm just going to read to you kind of on overall what I got from this chapter. So basically, I felt that this chapter really touched heavily on the importance of constructive thoughts and power altogether. I wrote, everything is an outcome from thought. Just as a battery is a tool to hold energy, our mind is a tool to hold thoughts. The way that tool is used will determine its effectiveness and the outcomes that you acquire. So having compassionate, harmonious, uplifting, and intentional thoughts will bring about similar outcomes. Just as having destructive, negative, toxic thoughts will bring about similar outcomes. So your thoughts are extremely important. So take it upon yourself to have more constructive, more uplifting, more healing, more harmonious, more compassionate thoughts, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. And start to substitute those negative, destructive thoughts that you may have throughout your day for more uplifting thoughts, and you will watch your life change. And when it pertains to your manifestations, have more thoughts throughout your day that get you aligned to your manifestations. If you want to manifest a house, have the thoughts in your mind more so throughout the day that are positive and uplifting and reassuring that you have that house that you are trying to manifest. Having the thoughts that will keep you on track with your manifestation. So that's just kind of what I got from this chapter, is the importance of your thoughts and the power of them. But you can read through and kind of, get what you get. So now I'm going to go over to number 22. This exercise consists in making an application of your knowledge. Knowledge will not apply itself. You must make the application. Abundance will not come to you out of the sky. Neither will it drop into your lap, but a conscious realization of the law of attraction and the intention to bring it into operation for a certain, definite, and specific purpose, and the will to carry out the purpose will bring about the materialization of your desire by the natural law of transference. If you are in business, it will increase and develop along regular channels. Possibly new or unusual channels of distribution will be opened, and when the law becomes fully operative, you will find that the things you seek are seeking you. So I thought this paragraph was really important, and I actually wrote down some notes, so I'll just read my notes. I wrote, when you have a good idea of how the law of attraction works for you, and when you have meaning and purpose behind the reason why you desire certain things, and you have passion and compassion within you, driving you toward your desires, that's when you tap into the powerful manifesting version of yourself that we all have the capability to tap into. Then it just becomes a game of inner trust and patience. So basically, whenever you come into this awareness of your type of idea of law of attraction and how it works for you, and then whenever you can have passion and compassion and love behind the reason why you want to manifest certain things that don't just pertain to you but also pertain to other people, and also on top of that, whenever you have the will, the drive to accomplish those goals, and it's coming from a place of love and genuinity and authenticity, then you will start to manifest like the king or queen you are. And then it just becomes the patient game. You just have to be patient and trust that everything that you have put into action is working for you in the highest manner. So that's what I get from 22. Now I'm going to go into the application. This week, select a blank space on the wall or any other convenient spot from where you usually sit. Mentally draw a black horizontal line about 6 inches long. Try to see the line as plainly as though it were painted on the wall. Now mentally draw 2 vertical lines connecting with the horizontal line at either end. Now draw another horizontal line connecting with the 2 vertical lines. Now you have a square. Try to see the square perfectly. When you can do so, draw a circle within the square. Now place a point in the center of the circle. Now draw the point toward you about 10 inches. Now you have a cone on a square base. You will remember that your work was all in black. Change it to white, to red, to yellow. If you can do this, you are making excellent progress and will soon be enabled to concentrate on any problem you may have in mind. When any object or purpose is clearly held in thought, its precipitation in tangible and visible form is merely a question of time. So this is another visualization type of application. I feel like the rest of them are going to be focusing on visualizing and how to bring about what you want into your mind so that your mind can then create it in this physical world. But whenever you're able to visualize in detail your desires, and not just physically but emotionally, how you will acquire that emotion, how just any desire you have, whenever you can visualize the way you will be feeling once you obtain your manifestation, the way you will start acting once you become the thing you want to become, when you can visualize in detail, you bring it closer into this physical reality. So the more detailed you are, the closer you bring the desired goal into your moment. So that's chapter 10. This was kind of a short one, but make sure you come back every day. If not, take some notes or something so you can keep doing this every day. And then next week, there'll be another chapter for us to learn and really dig deep down into ourselves and bring out those tools that we have innately that can assist us in manifesting and acquiring every desire that we might want in this life. Not to say that everything we want is going to come into fruition exactly how we envision it, but we will be better at manifesting our goals, respecting whenever certain things don't happen the way we think we want them to, and going about life in a more compassionate, less serious, understanding, purposeful way. Because not everything in this life is we're not meant to have everything we want, and sometimes the beauty of life is really you being respectful and loving towards all the things you don't have. So this book really brings this out of me, being able to look at who I am and who I've created myself to be, and not look at it in a way of me wishing I was something different, but me loving myself that much more so that I can create the version of myself that I truly want to be, instead of just allowing myself to become something. So if this resonates with you, give this a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell me how you feel about this one. Much love to you and all your loved ones. Many, many blessings. You are whole, beautiful, compassionate, loving, harmonious, and happy. May today and the rest of your week be filled with uplifting vibes. May everything that no longer serves you get brushed off your shoulders so that you can go into this new year and collect all the beneficial things that you need, all the good energy, all the good people, all the good insights. Just may you be blessed, you and all your loved ones. So much love, peace and blessings, peace and blessings.